the screen now. Oh, great. Fantasy Grounds just crashed. I think I literally just saw an error message I've never seen before from Fantasy Grounds. Great. Fantasy Grounds. I've obviously got a new crash icon. The distinctive pressure my computer says it's time to read. Not having fun, yeah. I've never seen that error message. It was based. I'll have to look at my stream later. It was a very interesting crash graphic I've never seen before. Anyway, we're back again. Sorry about that.
Let me know when it's ready.
It's ready now. Let's move that onto bottom like so.
There we
Right.
go. Acquiring file list.
Right, we are back. What's going on with Fantasy Grounds capture later?
I guess it didn't like the time change.
I've noticed it lately. I've had a few problems lately with OBS and Fantasy Grounds. I think the only thing I don't know what's going on. My money is going to be it's the bloody NVIDIA drive. But I keep noticing lately that Fantasy Grounds will just freeze on us. The display will just pick an image and just not change. And it's been like that, I think, since the game started. And I only just noticed when I added all the fire and the flames on, and I suddenly noticed at the corner of my eye that it wasn't showing on the stream, and the dice weren't rolling or anything. It's very annoying. We're there now. Goes down.
It may have to do with internet issues, and it's just the stuff isn't getting through. I noticed in some of my other games, there's been like video dropout and stuff like that, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, things have been squirrely recently. Like Facebook was down all day yesterday. Reddit was. There were a number of sites that pooped the bed.
Yeah, I think.
Well, but then then there's this other. The other thing that blows my mind is that like and I don't play a whole lot of different video games, but I know like with Diablo and stuff, people with NVIDIA cards, which are supposed to be like the best, their drivers are always having problems. Like there's seemingly like constant issues with like people with NVIDIA cards and their drivers like effing up one place or another.
Yeah, I have constant issues with people with a NVIDIA card. No, I don't. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, I use Apple, so I don't have to worry about NVIDIA.
Which
I'm one of those guys.
Well, I just
I'll agree with you. NVIDIA cards have had problems. I've been using them for years.
Yeah, which seems kind of funny because they're like this highly like valued company that like is supposed to be the best at like making the best video cards, and their drivers should. I mean, I haven't had a Windows gaming machine in years, but I distinctly remember having to dick around with like drivers and stuff with all video card drivers and even sound card drivers to a certain extent because I was into the audio too. But
I did have to downgrade a while back to get Flight Simulator working in VR. I had to roll back drivers, but since they've released the 50 card, I've had no end of problems with the drivers. I just roll back to the last release before the 50s and see if that makes any difference. I haven't got a 50 graphics card, but I've seen no more. I've seen lots more problems since then. Since the latest drivers.
Yeah, NVIDIA 10 or 15 years ago really was a good video card. Unfortunately, they've been riding on their laurels ever since. So.
Well, they don't care about their main. Unfortunately, AMD and NVIDIA are the same now. The money's in making AI graphics cards for AI, not for gamers anymore.
Yeah, and That, and they're also supposedly really good for like massive statistical processing, which I guess is what Chat GPT uses, but like statistical modeling.
I might
So
go back to
I
using
do a
this.
little bit of that, and they're
I
like,
might go back.
yeah.
I might go back to the studio card again. Drivers, they usually are more stable than the gaming drivers. I think I switched over because of because of Flight Simulator in VR. I think, but anyway, we should be going. Victor is okay. Victor, narratively speaking, what are you doing?
Didn't that new flight simulator get released and like everybody like got hung up and it didn't work for like the first week? Or was I just reading someone complaining? I thought that was like a massive problem with it.
Basically, I've got Flight Simulator 2024 and it doesn't work in VR at the moment. Okay, shooting down dangerous falling stones. Sounds good to me. That got you a 13. Very nice. Okay, and Azul, you're up next. You also got a Joker, it would appear. So you've got a Joker bonus. What are you doing this turn?
Okay, well, I'll do the same thing that I said I was going to do, which was going to be Mongomancy to try to boost my traits, my knowledge traits here. So Mongomancy roll incoming.
That's a 6.
I'm going to Benny that.
Okay, dokie.
Well, I thought I would Benny it. It's not letting me drag it. There we go. Oh, okay.
2, 3, 5. We've lost Tawny and we've lost Fritz. Fritz, I know, said he was going to get a drink. It doesn't show you connected yet, that's all.
Oh.
There we go.
Okie dokie.
I'll
Roll
sit
one.
on the raise.
Roll 1d4, please.
And then you got it.
And it doesn't explode, so don't worry about that. But you roll 4-sided dice and take off that many power points. So you spent 4 power points this turn using your Mongomancy.
Oh, but you kicked me off the table again, man.
Fancy Grounds crashed, literally crashed.
Oh,
with an error, a graphical error that I've never seen before, as in literally a GUI error. I'll have to find it on the stream later. I've never seen the graphic before. It was literally never seen it. It's quite new, exciting apart from it crashed.
exciting crash.
Well, it was. I've never seen that error message before. It wasn't a message. It was like an actual GUI, a graphical error appeared inside Fancy Grounds. Anyway, Safara, that's a 2. That's not very good. Tawny has complications because got a club.
I cannot drag. None of the frames are responding to me.
That's because people are still connected. That's because people are connecting in the background.
Click on my dice. I can't pull a Benny out of there to re-roll.
Technically, I think. Did you use athletics last turn?
No, I used Mongomancy last.
Of course you did. Okay. I think everyone's connected now, so you'll probably find you can drag bennies now.
No.
Yeah, I'm still connecting.
Right now, I have my character sheet is stacked on top of the combat tracker, and the map is overlaying on the chat, so I can't even see what I rolled.
That's okay.
And I can't move
when people connect, it locks
drag the map out of the way. I can't move any frames.
You don't need the map if you might need to just reconnect. But anyway, I just rolled a 4 for you.
No, I need to keep. I need to go until I need to get a raise. I got to get a raise.
Okay. I got you a 14.
There, that'll do.
That means you've now got 4 successes.
Yeah.
20. You're
Good.
up, sir.
I need one more. Excellent. I'm going to reboot.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I think Fancy Grounds died horribly and put rubbish in everyone's matches. Tawny, you're up, sir.
So, is fighting appropriate? Can I George Costanza my way to the front of the line?
If you can narratively come up with what you're using the fighting skill for, then any skill is valid.
Yeah. it's not. I mean, it's funny, but it's not really.
It doesn't mean you're fighting each other. You could be using your fighting skills in innovative ways. So what are you doing, Mr. Tawny, sir? I don't mind you using fighting. You just have to just say it.
Falling rocks.
So yeah, I'm gonna run forward and use my fighting skills to take the hit in the best way possible and clear the way for some rocks for everybody else.
Go for it.
All
Like
right.
it.
There we go.
That's a 9. That gets you 3 successes.
3?
Oh, hang
Awesome.
on. Hang on. You have a complication. But I just noticed you had a club.
Complications with my complications.
Yes, and I forgot to. It did tell me at the start of the round, but anyway, during that, it asks what happened. Complication. If character exercise club, something's gone wrong. It's a -2, so you actually only got a 7 because of complication.
How many successes is that?
Doesn't it automatically do the complication?
1.
It's only on chases, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah. So that means you only got 1 success, which means you'll need to get. That means you'll need to get 3 successes next round. Or I will, if you want to be, if you want to be, I was to say,
card.
Yeah, I will allow you to metagame it and change your card to a club if you want.
Why can't I pick it up?
I'll do it for you if you need.
Come on, oh, you little piece of shit!
I think Fancy Grounds is having a really bad day today now after the crashing. Anyway, I'll do it for you.
As soon as I get close with a Benny, it poops the bed. I got a Joker.
Yeah, I had to double click the Benny just to get it on, spent.
Yep.
It wouldn't let me drag it on the thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think something's.
So that means I actually rolled an 11.
No, you don't get it. Yeah, you don't get an 11. Well, technically you do, but it doesn't make any difference.
All right, so then I'm at 4, and I only need 1 success next go round.
You're at 3, so you need 2 successes next round.
Okay.
Elizabeth, you're up, sir. You are on 1 success at the moment.
You and me both.
I'm going to use the point of conviction.
Be my guest. You certainly can do that.
Then I'm going to use my athletics and dodge rocks and head for that crevice.
Technically, you used your athletics last time, so you technically have to use a different skill this time. But,
all right, I'll use my survival to head for that.
Be my guest. Be my guest. I will allow everyone to use athletics again next turn if they want. It's just It's just meant to make it more narratively interesting that you're using different skills to get out.
That's right.
13.
I'm going to use intimidation to shout at the rocks.
Well, you could intimidate everyone else to move faster. That's a valid option.
Oh, there you go.
So they are slow coaches, isn't they?
Yeah.
Compared to me, one of my steps is like as much as all of them.
Yeah, different. There is no reason you can't use your intimidation skill like an army sergeant does. To get the grunts moving.
Get your asses moving.
Exactly. So make your intimidation roll.
I'm not going to do that one though.
Does anyone else not want to be marching up and down the square?
Well, off you go then.
Right, exactly. It's only Python heavy day.
Okay, well there you are. Fritz starts shouting at everyone, trying to get them moving faster. And last but no means least this round is Charles, who has 2 successes already.
Yeah, Charles is actually doing pretty good. So what he's going to do is he's going to use his survival to identify which rocks are going to be falling next and avoid those.
Okay, go for it. It's a success.
Yep, I'll take it.
You for 3. Right, new round. Let's see what we get. The final dramatic task of the round starts with Zafira, who has 4 successes and only needs 1 more to get out without any problems.
Okay. Because I reloaded, believe I used my athletics the last time.
You did. You've used Mongomancy and athletics.
Okay, I'm going to use my notice
Okay.
to try to avoid any rocks or wherever, which would be the best and the fastest way to go.
Sounds good to me. Go for it. 10.
There you go.
Okay. You end up
Bravo.
with 6 successes. Congratulations. As you basically helping, obviously you're all helping each other. So basically, Zafara will get, you'll all escape. It's just how well you all escape. So Zafara basically gets out. The end result is that she is absolutely unscathed by getting herself and everyone else out. Fritz, your conviction will expire at the end, but I wouldn't spend a penny to maintain it because you don't need it after this turn, I was about to say.
I've done it already. Done it anyway.
Music just started.
That's the
I'm going to use my athletics again.
Go for it. 7 will be a single success, which will end up you on 4 successes. 13. So you get 6 successes as well. You successfully escape with everyone.
Carry the king out of on my shoulder. The king's on my shoulder. My little buddy.
Charles, you're currently on 3 successes. You will get out. It's just how unscathed you are when you get out.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you die.
Point, the rocks are falling a little bit faster, so I'm going to use my fighting skill and my spear to knock them out of the way to keep them getting crucified.
I like it. Go for it.
You know what? I'll take 2d6 damage. I'm okay with that.
Okie dokie. Charles, you do actually get out unharmed. You'll be pleased to know.
Well, I was just curious what would happen if I re-rolled. So,
Victor,
I'll just start punching things in the way.
Victor gets out with 8 successes. Listeners, you are on 4 successes. You only need 1 more success to escape unharmed.
I'm going to notice a nice path to bounce off a few rocks and end up in that crevice there.
Go for it. Absolutely perfectly fine.
Do I need to maintain my conviction?
Technically, no, because you don't. It will expire at the end of your turn, which you won't need it anyway. Technically, after that, so that only gets you 4 successes. You will escape, but you will be battered by rocks on the way out. You.
Oh, I'll bet you that.
Go for it. 9 successes. You get your 6 successes and escape without injury, getting everyone else out. Azul, you're on 4 successes. You only need 1 to escape without any possible injuries.
Okay, well, I will try to notice my way through this thing here.
Mm-hmm. Notice is you obviously spot a shortcut.
And that's 4. 4 or 5.
That is absolutely fine. That's a 6. 6 would get you.
Yeah,
you've got.
Is that 4 successes?
That's 4. That's 4 successes. That's 4 successes. A 6. You need a raise to get the 5. It's up to you. I mean, you might get unscathed anyway if you take the damage. Cool.
Oh, that was a 6. You fucker.
Oh, there you go. There's your 6, getting you an 11. So you have 5 successes. So you escape unscathed. And last but no means, you had a complication actually, but even with an 11, that takes it into a 9, so you're okay. Tawny, you're up, sir. Last but no means least, you have 3 successes currently. Indeed.
Am I on a club?
You are not on a club. You're on a heart.
All right. Let's see. You know, I could use intimidate, but all right, let's try this.
I really love your stream. Can I add you on Discord? I really love you. Oh, you're amazing.
Shush. Tawny's talking. Tawny, you were saying so.
So here's what I'm going to pause it, and you can tell me to stuff it if you like. So part of stealth is knowing where to put your feet so that you don't kick something over or make a ruckus or trip and fall.
Mm-hmm.
So, and since I'm running over unstable ground that's changing all the time,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my stealth knowledge to aid me in getting out safely.
I will allow the highly tenuous logic there. No, I get it. To be honest, I understand exactly what you're saying. You know how to analyze the ground because of so you know where's to safest to work. I think it seems perfectly acceptable, and it's pulp anyway, so I love it. Go for it. Oh no, don't tell me.
Did I spend a point of conviction or not?
Oh yes, you did.
Yeah, I did.
I thought fancy grass had frozen there when you did that.
All right, let's go to stealth. Putts.
You need an 8 at minimum. I'm afraid you need an 8.
Oh shit!
Doesn't matter.
That on a reroll.
2d6 damage. I mean, it's not that big a deal.
Exactly.
Yeah, I meant to spend that on a reroll, not to.
It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
But there we go.
It's a 9.
I know it doesn't matter, but he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be.
Okay, so basically, you get the king out. Basically, you all clear the thing. There's a loud explosion. There's dust and debris blows out of the cave, and the king's like looks at it, goes, "It'll take us a while to dig that area again, but thank you. You have saved me there." So, with Imperial Avengers out of the picture, we've basically destroyed, and the electric mole destroyed as well. Basically, King Talpi, you and King Talpi and the mole men head back to the throne room, and you've dealt with the traitorous Scarlo. It's time for you to focus your energy on returning to the surface, as promised. Talpi, Talpi says if you can, he will provide any resources you can to help you recover the Nasher from the lake, because it did sink, didn't it? But let's clear off your convictions, those that have got them. However, he says basically he will assist in any way you can think of. Obviously, I'll also give everyone time to rest, so everyone can regenerate their power points and everything. If you unless you're in a hurry to get back to the surface, assume that you go back to and rest and recuperate. And basically you can either try and recover the Nasher from the bottom of the lake, if someone can come up with a quote, an astoundingly clever way of raising the sunken ship from the water, or you can basically use your king. You can use the second option, which King Talpi is here. So from within the folds of Talpi's kingly garments, he produces a scroll case, which he hands to you. Within is a fragment of parchment upon which has been scrawled a crude map. For years, I have kept this object secret from my subjects. You hold in your hands the only known record of my trip back to Wandu from the surface world. A crude map in my own hand, scrawled while I made that treacherous journey oh so long ago. May my scribblings help you to guide you all to safety, and safely home, and may we meet once again soon. King is too frail to accompany you, but he insists on sending a group of armed mole men escorts with you. If you have still got one of your allies, you're welcome to keep hold of that one. And if anyone wants an ally because they were unfortunate, evil GM killed their ally, you can have an ally. Or you can turn down the king's generous offer of a mole man escort and leave them safely down in Wandu with their friends and other ones, and strike out on your own. So what do you wish to do?
Well, if we want, did you say we can't salvage the our digging machine?
I didn't say that. I said, to quote the adventure, the heroes have to come up with an astoundingly clever way of raising the sunken ship.
We'll get James Cameron on it. He's good at.
I
What
could
about
do
if we
the
get some
elemental
balloons and blow them up and
manipulation
then
and
push the
try to
balloons
raise
inside
it
the ship?
that way.
There you go.
Does it
Yep.
function underwater?
We get an octopus with really bad gas to go in it and fart.
Does,
No.
does it function underwater?
What, the Nasher? No, it's definitely, it will be completely inert.
Okay.
I could.
And if it's just a matter of getting down, it's a matter of lifting it. That's, you know.
Well, the
if
Molemen
it's just
have
getting to
nets,
it,
don't
that's not
they?
a problem.
They do, but none of the nets. You won't. The nets wouldn't be strong enough to pull it out, regardless of how many there are. The Nasher's incredibly heavy and all that, made of really heavy. You know, basically,
we'd have to sit down and make a
Yeah.
much bigger net. Yes,
yes.
but we
Well,
could make a bigger net.
you could make a bigger net, but it still wouldn't have the tension to. It would still break under the weight of the vehicle. I'm trying to say. The stress, the weight of the vehicle will exceed the stress capabilities of a net. At the end of the day, it's obviously to reward. If you do come up with a great plan to get it out, you can, but eventually, even if you do recover it, it breaks down and you end up having to use the map anyway, from a bit of a metagaming perspective. It looks like you're walking back to the surface.
All right. Okay. Well then, before
Okay,
I
so
go,
the trip
can I?
down
Before I
here in this
go,
little
I'd like
diggy
to
thing.
recharge the crystal in the king that ray gun that the king got when he was at the surface. Remember earlier in
Yes,
the
in
show,
the
we
party
talked about the
inventory.
ray gun that he bought or that he had.
Yeah, well, it's non-functional. It's
I
probably
assumed it was non-functional because the crystal was no longer charged.
no, because don't forget they
Oh,
they
that's
mine those
true.
crystals. They mine the crystals down here, so it certainly isn't the crystal, I'm afraid. But you can
Oh,
take it with
okay.
you. If someone could probably repair it with the repair skill. I think you've got someone who's good at repairs.
I think we got two.
If someone wants to repair the old ray gun rifle, you
not
most
me.
certainly can give it. You can certainly give it a shot. It's obviously of a very strange design, Victor, that you're not used to.
Not like that. Like, oh, okay. Push that over there.
Okay, so what I shall do is, there you go. The old ray gun rifle has been repaired and is therefore available. Yeah, if anyone wants to take anything from the party sheet before you leave, now's the time to do so.
Yes, please. I'd like to have one of those those sapphire daggers, please.
Well, you should be able to just drag one onto your weapons tab of your inventory if you want to take one.
Make sure your character sheet is unlocked.
Make sure your character sheet is unlocked. Yes, stupid.
I've gotten into the habit as soon as I come in, I unlock it.
Yeah,
I
sensible
just
thing
leave
to
it
do.
for the rest of the day.
Very sensible thing to do.
I think you may have to
Are we
unlock
able to get one of those more powerful stones?
No, I
power
just click
stones?
on the unlock. Click on the lock thing at the top of your.
Oh, here we go.
character
Thank
sheet.
you.
DOS.
Sorry.
Are we able to get one of those power stones?
The more powerful stones. Well, you were sent down here to acquire them, and obviously, with all the help you provided to the Molemen of Wandu, once you get back to the surface, talks will begin, and they'll sort it all out. Yes.
No. I want one for myself personally.
Okay. Well, here come more spam bots.
Are we going to give that ray gun back to the king?
If you want, no, he will quite happily let you take it as a price. You repaired it. Fritz's already nabbed it anyway. I don't know what those more
I want
powerful
to see
ones
what
do.
using one of those stones and me would do.
Does someone want the old ray gun rifle more than me?
Oh no, I just thought it might have been a good morale thing to return to the king his old rifle working.
It's working, isn't it?
It is working now, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, don't give it to the king. We want it. Yeah, he doesn't need it. He's a king. Think about kings; they don't need anything.
Well, there is that, yes.
Right. Has everyone taken whatever they want from the armory? Before I delete the
Taking a
items
gun.
for
If
good.
someone wants it, you can ask me for it later.
Right, there's one. Please take anything you want from the party sheet before I delete the rest. Because obviously you've just given access to the armory.
Power crystal large than what you gave me, or
Yes, that's the large. Yeah, I just added that to your character sheet. That's what you've got, a large power crystal.
I thought it was a matter of better quality, not just size.
Well, there aren't actually any game stats. There aren't actually any game stats for these better crystals. You know what I mean? I think
That's
they're.
fine. I wanted to.
Yeah.
I was either going to putting it in myself to improve myself, or putting it in my gun to improve my gun. Was what I was planning.
That's okay. By all means, change the description to say it's one of the white sapphire crystals, and you can, by all means, if you like, by all means, you can modify yourself. From a narrative perspective, you can, you can by all means use that to modify yourself or the gun, as it were. I'll let you do that as a downtime option when we can do some downtime. You can always do an upgrade on yourself or the gun. Narratively speaking, I don't have a problem with that. Right, I am clearing out the remaining items. Okay, so the King Talpi's
Is
map.
throwing something a shooting role or is it a fighting role?
Is what's throwing athletics roll.
Athletics. Okay, thank you.
King Talpi's map, while old and crudely rendered, is surprisingly accurate. It leads you. I'm going to say actually, I need to bring them with you. So it leads you. Where I am, I'm just going to. Royal Forester shouldn't be there either. Obviously, just deleting your characters while I'm reading stuff. I can't do two things at once, especially if I cover up what I'm reading. Right, leads you through a labyrinth of twisting lava tubes. Occasionally, a simple rune matching one on Talpi's map is spotted scrawled onto a wall in chalk. Less than an hour into the trip, the veins of energy power crystals that perpetually illuminate the kingdom of Wandu fade from sight, and artificial lighting will be required to continue. What illumination options do you have?
I have a lantern.
That's fine. You might want to equip them.
Do I still have a lantern?
It
I
should
have
be
a
on
lantern.
It should be on your equipment list.
Yeah, I have a lantern.
Let's see what we got. You need to do that. No. It's not. It's too much. Okay, at the end of the first day, basically end of the first day, unless you're Victor, of course, but he needs to recharge. You must all rest or fall victim for fatigue. So you can either sort of basically find somewhere to camp down and rest for the night, or you can...
Yes, whoever's got survival confined is a good spot.
Yeah, I agree.
You can all rest under me. I'll just use my hat as a shelter.
Yeah.
Critical failure, dude.
There we go.
There.
Unfortunately,
you've got that rule. You haven't got that rule in place, have you?
what? Dumb luck.
Dumb luck, yeah.
No. Unfortunately, then I'm just going to say, unfortunately, Azul basically falls badly while trying to search for somewhere. It suffers a point of fatigue, but a good night's rest will get rid of that, so you shouldn't worry too much. Finding a cave that is you find a cave that's quite warm underground and quite illuminated due to the bubbling lava off one side. You sync client view, then share. So that's not too big, and you can all see yourselves on the map. You can settle down for the night.
I see ourselves. I don't see. There we go. There's the map.
Sync client view. I'm hoping that basically auto sizes it. Right.
I will use elemental manipulation and make water for everybody.
Sounds good to me.
Lived in Hawaii, and knowing how hot lava is, I recommend that we camp for the night in this little cave over here. We can still be warm, but not be melting.
Seems sensible. Tokens are not locked. I'll move you all to that cave. Elizarus, who's basically ended up in the rock. And then I can. Oh, I didn't mean to unshare that. Sorry. Hopefully you could hopefully map back. Sorry about that.
Oh, Fantasy Grounds is awful.
Yeah, why don't we switch to something like Foundry? I mean, come on.
Oh, please, let's not go there.
Don't even start, okay?
I just meant for today. In general, I love Fantasy Grounds, but today it's really shit in the bed.
No, Fantasy Grounds is fine. It's Doswell's computer.
It's the internet.
It's Doswell's fault. Okay, my Fantasy Grounds is working perfectly.
Well, we do know I'm having some quirks tonight.
And say Foundry on the channel, man. You might as well say Roll20. It's like just get some poo and rub it on your face.
Actually, that's a good point. Someone said Foundry, so I have to. Someone said Foundry, so I'm very upset right now. And I do find that quite upsetting. So I'm just going to see how much damage you will take. How much damage you take. Everyone takes 44 points of Foundry.
I'm not taking any damage because I hate Foundry and I'm immune to it.
You all take, unless anyone wishes to recount quickly.
Yeah,
everyone was about to take. Someone's going to take 44 points of Foundry damage.
I don't even have it installed.
I've never.
Great! I tripped and fell in the lava.
Installed? You mean you bought it?
No,
I'm going to throw up.
I've never. I went out and did my research before I chose a virtual tabletop.
Very good.
And
you chose
through
the good
all
one.
the information that I did, I chose Fantasy Grounds over
because
the
you saw
other
the rest of them are giant steaming dog turds.
Tell us how you feel about it, Himini.
Yeah, steaming turds. Steaming turds. Yeah, Roll20 is even bigger steaming turd than Foundry is.
Roll20 is.
But have you seen the next update to Fantasy Grounds? They're actually having words on the menus instead of all the icons that have been there since the year dot, which is probably more sensible.
It's words and
like
icons.
Snakes and ladders.
Words and icons.
Indeed.
Beautiful.
Okie dokie. Right. Let's have some. Well, where you're underground, you're probably safe. Do you want to worry about watch orders, or are you just going to go to bed?
Yes.
I'll definitely go and watch.
I like watch orders just to keep safe.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
Technically, we are in hostile territory.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you. 8 hours sleep. So potentially.
I'll go on first watch.
Yeah, Victor gets to stand for 2 hours because he's a robot. Everybody else gets 1 hour.
Okie dokie. So Fritz wants first watch.
Does anyone need crystals recharged before I go to sleep?
Yes, please.
Yep.
Okay.
Might be a good VT. The GM forged an extra Benny. Okay, so I've got Fritz on the first watch. So there's technically 7 watches, and Victor's whichever watch Victor does is 2 hours long. So who wants second watch?
I'll take second.
Okay, who wants third?
I'll take third.
I'll take the last one.
Who's on third?
Okay, so
I
that's
see the problem.
What's on third?
okay. Charles, Victor, and
Charles
Shul.
will
It's,
take
it's in their last names.
Charles will take whatever equates to the middle watch.
You're talking about
Four.
William Who, which is easily
Okay.
conferred.
1, 2,
with
5.
the
So I'm going to give Azure
question
5,
who.
and Victor gets 6. There we go. Right. So now I just roll this.
And on
Okay,
third, we have
right.
James Watts, which is a pretty common name if you think about it.
Okay. So just before dawn, and everyone else is asleep apart from Zafira. I need Zafira to make a notice check. Oh, that's not good. That's terrible. Why on earth?
Actually, that's not my notice check. I rolled that previous.
No.
Here's my
Don't
notice
worry.
check.
Don't worry. I'm talking about something completely unrelated.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I have one success on the notice.
Okie dokie.
And whomever it was who asked for a crystal recharge, I gave you 2 points. But that's the best I can do. I'm sorry.
What the heck?
Thank you for charging my crystals.
Is that not hat?
You're welcome.
Is that a euphemism?
I didn't want to say it, but there it is.
Oh, D6. I'll roll 2d6 then.
You're rolling 2d6.
I'm doing a group stealth roll versus Zafara's notice. Which Zafara hears scrabbling. His scrabbling and sort of general multitude of noises coming, which means everyone does actually get a chance to. She has enough time to wake everyone up before the giant rats pour into the cave.
Oh,
We're in a basement.
Okay, cards have been dealt. If anyone wishes to spend bennies to move up combat tracker, now's the time to do it. Or start the round.
Can't believe you put all the rats on their own cards. So
I'm
mean.
evil like that. Look, there's 4 jokers
What
in the
that
deck.
means is that if there's not been a Joker out,
you've got more chance of getting. Yeah, you got more chance to get a Joker. 2 jokers have gone out. One to Zafara and one to the rat. There are 2 jokers left in the deck. It is a 4 joker deck. Don't forget.
I'm trying to spend a Benny, but I'm probably gonna have to reboot here.
Working for me. Working for me. Everything's
Fantasy
working
Grounds has
fine for
become
me.
unusual.
It's because you swore. You said the word. That's why it's not
Yeah,
working.
Fancy Grounds is
I
punishing
didn't
you.
say it. It wasn't
did.
me.
It was. It came out of your mouth. I heard it.
No, it wasn't me. Come on.
I think, unfortunately, everyone who was connected when my Fancy Grounds did something funky.
I'm
spent a
rebooting.
penny and moved to a king.
I can't take this. I'm going last anyway, so instead of spending a card, I'm going to reboot.
Okie dokie.
Shitting the bed. Come
on. Mine froze, and I rebooted, and it's working fine since.
Let's look tokens. Right, let's see what happens. Right, this giant rat's going to come around here, come around the corner, and decide that Charles looks nice to eat. And miss. Zafara, you're up.
Oh, I think. Where am I? I'm there.
Of sight or anything, so I won't worry.
Over to there and shoot the rat. For 4 wounds?
Chat GPT can be good, but sometimes it's a fucking piece of crap.
Who are you targeting?
Oh, the giant rat number 6.
Giant rat number 6 is no longer alive.
That's a good shot.
And yeah. Yeah, that's it for now, I guess.
Okie dokie. You just disconnected.
Pants.
Oh, okay. It sounds like he's doing a full reboot. That's why I got confused.
Yeah.
Blame it on Fantasy Grounds. It was really his installation and the operating system.
Well, we can't all be Linux users now, can we?
Which reminds me, you interested in racing games? Too many
racing games? Yes. Why? Have you got one?
Have you got a steering wheel?
I actually have got a steering wheel.
Oh, okay. No, the reason I ask is I've got
the Thrustmaster one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fine. You got Thrustmaster. It's good. I've got an old Logitech, and one day it just stopped working in Windows. I've plugged it into a Mac and I've plugged it into Linux, and they both
work
can
straight
see
away.
it.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, but because it's an old one. They basically, I think they've made it so it doesn't update in Windows 11. So I've got a Thrustmaster one, but I've got a perfectly good working steering wheel that, as long as someone doesn't have Windows 11, they're more than welcome to. But if you've got one, I was offering it to you because you live nearby, and I know you run on Linux, so I thought you could give it a shot. I can't test it because I other than that. So I just said, but if you've got one, then it doesn't matter. I've got a Thrustmaster now, so I'm happy. Anyway, Azul, you're up, sir. Take it to the dump. But I got the
indeed, and
yeah, I've got an old Canon scanner. Doesn't work on Windows. Plug it in, works perfectly in Linux. I mean, it's 20 years old. This scanner, it still works perfectly fine.
Okay, Azul, over to you, sir. Oh, look, another bot.
Do they love you?
Yeah.
Oh man, you're so good. My username is Michael60. Please add me. I'm going to do it now. Can I add him? Can I have him as my friend? Please let him be my friend.
That's twice now he's used the Michael 60.
No, it's automatic, isn't it? Anyway, I'll give up on Kick. It connects for a few
am I
seconds.
still fatigued? I thought we rested.
You fatigued yourself here you fatigued yourself in this cave, didn't you, just before the fight started? Oh, you did rest. Sorry, I take it back.
No, we
yes, I take it back. That's a successful casting of Burst. Go for it. Yes, I forgot. You took fatigue at the start, but then you had 7 hours rest, so you have recovered your fatigue. I apologize.
Good burst.
I mean, technically, I'm the only one who hasn't had rest.
Well, no, you
I
had
probably had rest before my watch.
Exactly. 2 wounds. Okay, that's the end of that.
Armor is connecting. That's an overkill for a rat, I think.
This is up next. Good meat on giant rats.
No, we can have
go over to that rat and
save it for breakfast, can't we?
Go for it. You say you're going to slice and dice? She did. Its small size allows it to dodge aside from you.
But it's a giant.
Oh God! Hang on. Joe Rama, hey, I discovered your channel. I really enjoy it. Love you. I'd love to support your channel with Benny's. Could you add me on Discord? No, I won't, Joe. You be. I don't add people.
Benny's all round. Yeah. Okay. It's just some bot rammer doing some bot going around doing this, isn't it? It's just like, yeah.
Well, the thing is, Joe Rabbit's been sending Benny's in the past, so I'm quite disappointed if he's turned out to be a very.
I think he's been botted. Someone's hacked him. Yeah.
I think he's been botted. I think
Okay,
he's been
I've
botted.
given up 3 strikes in a row.
Or it could be.
Didn't
No, I
get
think that's just
botted.
him taking the piss.
I think it is actually.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
Joe.
Joe Rammer's-
Sorry, I
yeah,
didn't
Joe
get
is
the
taking
joke,
the
Joe.
piss, yeah.
Well
If you
done,
read that
sorry,
properly,
Dick.
yeah. Can I? Benny's all round. I think that we supposed to give us bennies. Actually, is what that means.
It was. It's.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, I'm going to say it was so awesome. I'm going to give you all 2 bennies each because Joe's quote there was brilliant. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
I completely
I knew it.
I completely misunderstood your brilliant joke there, and I feel very stupid right now. It was awesome. Thank you very much. It's made my day. Anyway, where were we? Lizarus has done his attack. Victor, you're up, sir.
Okay. Got one right in front of me.
He's taking his time getting back.
Oh, cool.
Oh dear.
Much. Penny.
Don't forget you have adventure cards. But you haven't had them in
but it
Flash Squad
has
before.
Specific circumstances.
I know. Oh wait, there will be more than 10. I'll be adding more as we go along.
At least
Second.
chicken.
I'm still laughing at Joe's Robert's joke. It's brilliant. Okay. Fritz, you're up, sir.
Okay, so yeah, that'll do. Right. That won't do.
Let Rev raise. 3 wounds.
Then I'm going to shake my trident at the other rats up in front of me.
I do need to remember to go and fix my sound effects. Judge rat number 4 will run.
Your Sirenscape sounds naffed, or are they working?
You're not hearing them.
We're hearing them, but if you do an update, you know, when you do a download from the web thing, they all turn into these hexadecimal codes, and it's not a.
Oh, I haven't noticed.
They don't work.
No, I haven't done that.
The ones you've already made, are fine, but any new sounds don't work.
Well, that's a bit annoying. No, what I done somewhere along the line, I realised that my Pathfinder sound pack was better than my Suede sound pack, so I just copied myself Pathfinder sound pack over my Suede sound pack, forgetting that a couple of the sound effects I had deliberately made different. So like we're getting just the Goblin Wilhelm screams at the moment, instead of all the really funny ones we used to laugh at, where the bloke going, "Ow!" I do miss him. I do miss Mr. Owl.
You shouldn't be so easily swayed.
Charles.
Okay, Charles is going to cuss at his machine for not behaving. There we go. We're going to start by stepping to here and poking this rat.
Okay.
Boy, we had to really think about that, didn't it?
It really wasn't sure what we wanted to actually. Oh my word!
Nice.
And then I will come out here and don't do that.
What happened there? 1 second you were here, and then 1 second you were there, and then you were
I know,
over.
it's like, boing! Yeah. Okay. And then I
So
will
I'm
come out
assuming I get a
here
damage
and-
bonus, right?
There we go. Yeah. Threaten these rats. Rah!
Why would you get a damage bonus?
Because I'm a giant cat. Come on.
I don't think they're that bothered.
No,
They
but
prob-
all your attacks have to be wild attacks.
Well, that's fair. Just batting them across the room. Do you do knockback?
Only if I drink too fast.
All right, you get a Benny for that. I get knocked back.
I'll spend the Benny I just got to bite Fritz. Don't think the damage, unless they roll really well, these rats are just more an annoyance than anything. I
That's what you get for making me reboot. Fritz.
think. All clambering.
I'm going to sweep them. No one coming in near me, because if you get hit, I'm not going to be responsible for it. Okay. I'm going to sweep the rats.
They're literally starting to clamber up all over.
Are we playing Warhammer now? You're a rat sweeper.
Yes. Yes, Gary. Yes.
Wasn't that one of the original classes?
Oh! One rat goes straight up Azul's trouser leg and bites hard.
Oh, right on the ghoulies.
I was just thinking of the leg personally, but
Oh, I got it. Hold on.
Press the soap button if you're having fun again.
I just did.
You did. There we go. Okay. You basically kick. You frantically kick, causing the rat to fall out of the trouser leg before it can attach itself to anything delicate. Okay. Slow down there. Run! Lots of rats running. Oh. Ironically, if you'd been in the other cave, they would have been in the it would have been easier for you to blast them than the first round. They'd have just been mushing in all at once, but alas, that's okay. Area effect blast them next round. Oh, lots of misses all round. And last rat, I think. Still there, I just measured it out, but they definitely find blue magic men particularly palatable. Actually hit you a 6. Yes, it did. Oh gosh. Why it's not registering that as it's all shaken by that one. He finally kicks one out his trouser leg and another one goes up his other trouser leg, causing him to freeze in panic. Tawny, you're up, sir.
Right. Do I need to make an athletics check if I go over the wall there?
Technically, they're cave walls, so you can't really go over the wall. You have to go round them.
I can't go under the wall. The Berlin Wall. Right. I think I'm going to make 2 attacks. Let's start with eating this rat right here.
It said, "Don't go up here. I'm going to sweep," and then someone runs up here. Makes me smile. That's a hit.
Oh, that ought to do him.
27 points of damage. Okie dokie. That's a dead rat.
Do you have favorite enemy against rats?
No,
Cat?
I should though. I don't know if that exists in this game though.
I think it does.
Son of a bitch. I got over eager.
You did.
Shouldn't play with my food.
Indeed. I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have. Well, I think obviously you get tangled up with Fritz there, so basically you end up tripping, and we'll have you prone for the next.
Right, I'm going to sweep now. I told him not to come near me. If I sweep and he's there, he's going to get hit hard shit. I did say don't come near me.
I was rebooting.
Don't care. If you come near me, I'm going to sweep.
Seems a bit
Wait,
on the
so you won't sweep the enemies only when friends come near you?
I'm going to sweep everyone. That's what I was waiting for. They were gathered around me so I could kill them.
I'm just trying to clarify.
Why did it have to be rats? Indeed, right, Rigger. Why did it have to be rats?
Waste of cards. Waste of pennies. Didn't work.
You were desperately trying to get above Tawny there, weren't you? So you could hit him.
No, just to get above anything, because it's all my cards are crap. Yeah. Might as well got 2.
They might be crap, but you've got to admit they're very pretty.
They are beautiful cards, yes.
Okay. See how long it takes me to be able to actually sell them.
I'd like to move that large burst template just a little bit further north so I can get giant rat number 3 into it as well.
Certainly. Let's get that out of the way. That's why
They
you
are,
couldn't
they
select
are
the center.
pricey. I noticed that they're like $20 on the thing, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah, I'd like to get giant rat number 3, but not get Azul. And
Thank you.
do a selective. So I remove Charles out of it, and I'm going to cast fear on those rats.
Mm-hmm.
You need to remove yourself out of it too.
Okay, so that makes 2 of us then.
Well, selective only costs 1 power point, so it's okay.
Actually, I can step back.
So you got that one targeted,
so
you got that
I'm
one
no
targeted, you
longer
got that
there.
one targeted, you did that one targeted. Okay.
Yeah.
Make your fear check. Roll rather, not check. Sorry. Complete difference between a fear check and a fear roll. Because your fear power roll, I should say.
I want to penny that.
That's a failure to cast, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm trying to Benny it.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, come on. No, it's getting worse. I guess I will have to, I'll go one more. One more. All right. So that's a fear on those boys.
It certainly is. It is. Okay, so they get to make. And you got the. You didn't get the race, but that's okay. It should factor that in automatically with the lovely new stuff. So the first rat, not afraid. The second rat is okay. The third rat fails. And I have to roll on the fear table manually, don't I? Oh no, they just automatically panic because they're extras. Panic. So, this one succeeds. This one.
You'll be able to add that in the next thing, so you can make them panicked by clicking the button.
Yeah, I know.
Why? They're very spirited rats.
They are, aren't they? You after all that, you got one of them. I'm going to have to give you a Betty for the spirited rats line. I liked that. Okay. Victor, you're up, sir.
Okay.
Oh, I got to calculate them. What's that? 2, 3, 3.
Move up.
That's 6. There. These, that is. That.
I'll just take.
Okay, sorry, I was sorting a few things out there. Fighting, martial artist, missed, front of any, and missed. Okay. Giant Rat 7. Giant Rat 7. Going to bite. Funny. Really biting Thorny.
2 wounds. No,
Mm.
I'm not having that. Hang on. Rug that shit off.
How about that rat? I've just moved the wrong rat, so that rat there. Okay, no good, no problem at all there. Sorting out stuff in the background. Okay. Tony, you're up, sir.
Right. Okay. Mr. Grumpy. Right. I'll do 2 attacks again because I don't like them rats. I don't like rats. They wet their nests. Notice that I'm not using any weapons either.
They're very fast, these rats. They're very fast, these rats.
Why
they
did
like
it do?
dodging it.
It should not have rolled athletics. It should have rolled an attack again.
Oh, because you threw an axe.
Yeah, it should not have done that. I don't know why it did that. So
Probably because you clicked on it.
I dragged a Benny on it.
Oh, fair enough. That's a hit. Roll for damage. These rats are just squeaking and swarming everywhere, and you're just pounding them into mush. This rat.
All right. Second attack. Come on. Come on. There we go. That ought to hit him, but good.
With raise. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to make sure I've got 14. I need to make sure I've got 14 adventure cards before you hit seasoned, and then 21 before
I
you hit.
explode that rat.
You do indeed. Make quite a few adventure cards, but I've got a fortnight to do them now instead of trying to do it all in one morning. Charles, you're up, sir.
Okay, Charles is going to poke. Oh, they do have numbers. There's numbers. Giant rat number 14. Poke. Or not. He's a little on the small side. Let's go ahead and spend a Benny. I've got a few of them, right?
I believe so.
Couldn't tell if that was a 2 or a 6. All right, one more. Nope. Okay, I miss.
Just they're very good at dodging your attacks. That's the problem.
Well, it's a big long stick. It's not that hard to see it coming, too.
Yeah. Lizard goes. Barrett comes charging in from behind you.
Ah, oh wait, no, you're on
Rat
that side.
number 3.
Good Lord, what happened?
I yelled just as he started talking, so it picked me up and just kind of did the whole double thing. It was great.
It was rather. I think he basically, he's trying to stab a rat, and then out of the nowhere, this thing pounces on the ground next to him and panics, and then he realizes it's Lizardus. Those rats are scurrying to and fro, and they're proving very tricky to hit. Lizardus really wants to hit that rat. Look. 16. That's a wound. Lizardus pounces, and after multiple attempts, finally grabs hold of that rat in his claws, and that's the end of that rat. That's a hit. Roll for damage. Maybe it wasn't a hit, judging by the damage.
There we go.
Lizardus pounces and basically impales 2 rats upon his claws right in front of you, Charles. Ozul is no longer shaken.
Okay. Well. Interesting. So the whole dragging effect at this point is foobarred on my game. That's what the problem is.
The
Everything
dragging.
else is working. The dragging. Fantasy.
Dragon, yeah. It does appear to be the fix, unfortunately, is a reset. But we're so if you put up with, what are you trying to drag?
Yeah, but I'm not going to leave the game. I'm not going to leave. No, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, you're okay.
It's all good. I'm going to do an extra damage. Selective.
So I don't know what the error message Fancy Grounds threw up. I've never seen anything like it before, but it definitely seems to have impacted something. You were connected when it came up. I don't know what's
Why is that a miss?
Because they're small. But it's a burst template, so it's not a miss. Don't worry. Not a miss.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, just use the bang. I should get that back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying.
Yeah, no. It's an area of effect. So you catch them in the area of effect, you will hit them. It's because for some reason it's using parry for spells. Take 3 wounds on the first one. Do the second one.
So they're just giant rats. They're not ROUSs.
No, they're just giant rats. They're not rodents of unusual size at all, no. Okie dokie. Fritz.
Yay.
So that's a Fantasy Grounds error. That's nothing I did.
I don't know. We had some very strange. There's some very strange stuff going on today. I got an error. An error. What's an error message? I got a graphical. I got
Here's what it is.
It looks like I got some error that was inside Unity. You know what I mean? I think Unity crashed rather than Fantasy Grounds crashed. Is what I'm trying to say. I've never seen anything like it before.
Blame it on you.
I really do hope that their next product gets away from Unity.
Well, the things Unity is doing with copyright and all that bullshit. Yeah, I hope they do too.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
What's doing what with copyright?
Unity is like doing that weird WotC thing where they want to retain copyright over content
They're saying
generated
they
by somebody
won't.
else.
What, that licensing thing, hasn't that been sorted out? Or didn't Doug say that their license is covered, so they're not going to get all that shit?
Doug did say that, but
we'll see if they don't try it again.
It's sort of like it's an ongoing threat, I think. It just seems like, from my perspective, it seems like there's a lot of bloat in Unity that Fancy Grounds doesn't necessarily need.
Oh, what the hell! I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to ignore that and just say, basically, out of the darkness comes a pistol shot that basically kills the rat that is attacking Fritz.
Ah.
And then you can also hear the sound of fighting to the north. You can hear some more rats appear to be. The last one will kill it regardless from a narrative perspective. There we go. I'll ignore the fact that's a miss because, as I say, from a narrative perspective, I don't care right now. Okay, and then I can now make the NPCs visible. So, so basically, it would coming round the corner to the north of you guys. Basically, where it appears they've been fighting more rats, so appear to be some mole men. Likewise, stepping out from a narrow cleft in the caves is someone else. So this person, the humanoid, steps out wearing a fur coat, sporting a gas mask with an extended breathing filter and round dark lenses. Those of you did visit the temple of Desmani in the palace. You know the similarity between this figure and the animalistic statue of the goddess of the mole men. In fact, as the mole men come round the corner to see who was fighting down here because they could hear stuff, they take one look at the figure that stepped out and basically drop to their knees and start basically bowing, to the ground and stuff, while saying, "Oh, worship glorious Desmani, great maker of Wandu, goddess of the subworld, she who lit the spark of life. We honor you and we offer ourselves to join you in supplication." The figure pauses, glances at the seven of you, then looks back at the mole men for a moment before holstering its light gun, reaches up to remove its gas mask. A mass of brown hair streaked with grey drops down the figure's back, and a mature and an attractive Mongolian woman is appeared. Oh, it says mole man, but that should actually say Rena. "Oh, please do get up. I'm not your goddess. Hello there. My name is Rena Cabas of the National Museum. How do you do?" Rena steps forward and extends a hand to the party. An open hand to the party, which will probably be to Tawny because he's the closest.
I will give her the traditional Catman greeting by rubbing the sides of my face up against her.
Indeed, she responds. Obviously, being a professor of the National Museum of Mongo, knows very much about the Lion Man traditions. She goes on to explain when I finish pouring, because I talk right there.
She making some tea.
Pouring water. She tells them she was part of an archaeological expedition that fell victim to an ambush by a pack of ravenous tunnel gators. While the rest of her party was killed, she managed to escape and has been exploring the caves ever since.
So how come they believe that you are their goddess? What happened there?
Well, in her get up, she looks just like the statue of their goddess in the thingy. If you
I
remember
can
the
answer
description.
that. No, sorry.
If you can remember, she was wearing a fur coat, wearing a gas mask with an extended breathing filter, so that would look like a long nose, wouldn't it? And large, round, dark lenses. So she did look like.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So she looked like their goddess.
So, do any of y'all watch the Tick cartoon?
No.
Many years ago. I watched the.
I don't know if you remember
series.
the Cindy and the Mole Man episode where they all worship Cindy Crawford as the goddess of the Mole Man. So when you said
Maybe
that,
that's where this came from.
Oh my god!
Maybe that's where it comes from.
Because she has that mole, so that was the joke.
Indeed. So basically,
that's fucked up.
yeah. So she asks after all of you and after introductions are done and the moleman, you all basically crowd back into the this cave where the molemen have do offer out rations and you all have a hearty breakfast together.
Nice.
You're all friends together. Bring the moleman in as well because happy time to have. Clear death markers. Clear action cards. There we go.
This is when we find out that mole men reproduce by laying eggs.
So
Where does
basically,
breakfast come from?
So basically, after breakfast is done, the mole men inform you that they only brought enough rations for a day or two of travel and must return home to Wandu. They wish you well and trudge back towards Wandu, probably down the paths the tunnels you came up. So let's get rid of the mole men. Meanwhile, Arena basically inquires after what you're up to, and when finding out you're heading back to the surface, she asks if she can journey with you back to the surface.
Certainly. We'd welcome your company and advice.
Indeed.
I don't think we've ever been stranded so far beneath the surface of Mongo before.
So Talpi's map leads you onwards and upwards with the occasional symbol inscribed on the wall as I've got hiccups now. Additional encouragement. Eventually, the cave widens into a larger cavern littered with rocks and boulders. Can I have notice checks from everyone, please? Professor Rena doesn't notice anything. Right, so
Told you I was snapping.
Okie dokie. So Azul and Lizra's got the raises, so Lizra's even spent a penny, so we'll give them the quotes. So the cave widens into a larger cavern littered with rocks and boulders, and Lizra's and Azul, you both notice you spy you notice an ancient mineral encrusted skeletal remains of a dead Gokko lying amongst the debris. So actually, in all fairness, Victor and Zafira notice that as well. But Liz and Azul, you also notice this distance here that the creature was dispatched by a single ray gun shot to the head. You deduce, therefore, this must be the Gokko Talpi spoke about in his tale. He did claim how he killed Gokko with a single shot from the ray gun.
Execution style, shot in the back of the head.
Indeed. Also, you both notice there appears to be some sort of movement going on in the expansive rib cage that is exposed by the obviously what decayed and then became mineral encrusted body. Therefore, no one is surprised when, funnily enough, I've only got the one cave map. I will just put the one over here. I've only got the one cave map, so we'll put you over here, even though as if it's a completely different cave, and we won't worry too much about the lava because it's definitely nothing to worry about.
You're in a maze of twisty caves, all alike.
Indeed. Two trogloworms burst forth from the rib cage. Attack.
Cool.
Okay.
Froglow worms. What do they look like?
Ew.
I don't know.
Oh, ew.
Let's have a look. Trogloworms. Trogloworms are grotesque, bloated, blood-red worms that resemble human-sized earthworms. Unlike the common earthworm,
Ew.
trogloworms are extensively aggressive and strike quickly with an expansive mouth of sharp teeth that latch onto its victim like a trap.
Love it.
Ew.
Where do we have a bird
If anyone
person?
wants to
We do
make,
have
if
a
anyone
bird
wants to
person.
make a, if anyone wants to make a survival check, you might know some more about them as well.
Okay, so they're kind of supersized lampreys, is what it sounds like.
They're the bird people, so
Does that mean that they entangle us or bind us when they hit?
Well, let's see what Charles Lycerus doesn't. Lycerus remembers that basically they explode violently upon death with his crit fail. Hint, hint.
what?
Whereas Charles and Azil, as a defensive mechanism, they emit viscous, foul-smelling slime through their pores, making it difficult for predators to grapple them, and offering the trogloworm a means of quick and slippery escape. So there we go. Let's
So
see
they're
what.
stinky and splody.
Okay, I got goo for you.
They're meant
Indeed.
to mess with melee characters.
Well, I'm definitely spending a Benny because I don't want my trogloworms on. In fact, I'm going to spend another Benny because I don't want them on the 7 of spades. That's a bit better. I'm happy with them getting a joker. Gives me my Benny back. Okay, Vix is up first.
Dude.
Oh, hang on.
You can spend Bennies if you want to move up the combat tracker. You can't beat my joker, so.
Okay.
But you could actually. You could get a joker. There's 4 jokers in there.
Wait, I got a joker already. Why am I spending bennies? Don't worry about it.
Connie and Vic both got jokers. And we're not
launch
getting
2
Benny.
shots.
You did?
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh dear.
Prodigy.
Nah, throw that joker away. Victor, your ray gun rifle misfires and basically.
Victor just shot me in the back. Really?
No. Victor won't shot you in the back. What will happen is his ray gun rifle basically blows a fuse and is inoperable until repaired.
All right. Is that a extended repair or?
An out of combat repair because it'll take a few minutes.
All right.
Just
Oh
yeah.
dear.
I move. Second action to.
Yep. Well, that's a hit with a raise. Lycerus, he's moved into. If he kills that, it's going to explode all over him. Yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Basically, as someone did speculate, they do latch on with their 2 flying maws if they get hold of you. They're meant to be things. Let's slime dive. Okay, the troglo worm is obviously going to ignore the metal man, and because, as we know, it always happens, it goes straight for Charles.
Charles in charge.
He's
Charles
got-
getting charged.
He's got the hindrance, hasn't he?
What?
I'm going to spend all
Oh
my
my God.
bennies. Right, that should have been a Benny spend, but I spend another one of my bennies. There we go. Release the bennies. Antivirus warning. These bennies may be infected with Discord bots. Caveat emptor. It seems to have
Caveat
affected
emptor.
Discord. I seem to be freezing. Anyway, okay, what happened? 16. That was a successful hit. Angles its victim, latching its tooth blade. Okay, so basically, yeah. So it basically wraps itself around Charles, entangling him. But that does mean it's vulnerable because when you entangle someone, you become. Okay. Oh, hang on. No, that's
It's hard to
grappling.
give every time you give
Until
somebody
the
a
victim
hug.
breaks free. Okay. Bite. So it latches on. It's going to bite Charles. GM gains a Benny virus uploaded. Thank you, local. Okay, Charles is shaken. And basically the thing wraps itself completely around Charles. Its tooth is latched onto Charles, and basically it starts burrowing into Charles's flesh. Body.
Hey! At least dinner first.
Yeah, I know. Right. Where's the bastard?
It will be dramatically appropriate that any misses, or if you roll a 1 on any of your attacks, miss, it will be dramatically appropriate that you hit Charles.
Did you want to turn Duflachi on?
It's okay.
Lock.
Yeah, I'll turn token blocking on. There we go. 2+ bennies for good
How far
GMing. Oh, apparently I'm really infected.
Actually-
I've gained 2 bennies. Thank you, Joe.
Hang on a sec. Let me see here. Reach of 2.
Infection detected.
I can't give you up because I got more than enough. So infect me with. All right, so what is the chance to stun here? It doesn't say. I thought we added it to this. Damn thing. I guess we didn't. When does it stun? Do we know?
You look in the notes, don't you? Look on the notes tab. The wielder may attack as usual, or you either roll for damage or you try to stun. So if you roll for damage, you don't try to stun. That's the point. So you can attack as usual or use the whip to attempt to grapple a distance through its reach. When you causing damage to entangled or foe victim, or you could use it for grappling. I apologise. When causing damage to an entangled or bound foe, you may shock. So you've got to, you basically, if you want to stun someone, you need to wrap it round them, entangle them, and then you can stun them automatically. Or you could just use it for damage. This is what you've done, shaking it.
Can you entangle somebody that's entangling somebody else?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
It's
So
all
what do
on
I
the-
need to roll to entangle them?
Well, it's on the notes tab. You may attack as usual or use the whip to attempt a grapple at distance. So that would be athletics. But you've attacked and shaken it. So that's all good. Don't worry. You can do that next turn.
Okay.
Oh, okay, you're going to.
I would have given you a penny for referencing the because I like that album, but that
It went over my head.
No one else got a chance.
Right. Well,
No one
that's a
knows
nice.
anymore.
That's a nice quick fight there. So that's over. So that's all good. Right. Time is. We've got 20 minutes. We need to do. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that one. So, it's something I can use another time. Basically, once you clear this section of caves, the journey continues without issue. Eventually, you notice a warm, sulphurous-smelling wind blowing from side tunnels, rushing forwards towards the exit marked on Talpy's map.
It was a worm for lunch.
Would anyone like to make a science roll?
I mean, I have aspirations to one day make a science roll with this character, but I don't what's going to happen.
Oh, Victor's okay.
Damn.
Charles. Victor determines that the. Oh yeah, your repair check. You've had plenty of time to do that repair roll, so don't worry about that. Joker bonuses should be applied, but I don't mind about that because I've got to clear them. Okay, Zafara made an unskilled roll as well. That's brilliant. So basically, those that make their science check determine that the winds are being pulled up from the dormant volcano drawn from deep magma chambers. A map and additional marks on the wall indicate the way out. Indicate the way out lies down a long lava tube and is through this tunnel that the rushing wind is strongest. So to get out, you're going to have to head down this tunnel. So therefore, I'm not going to worry about initiative, but to advance through the tunnel, you need to make an athletics check to avoid being knocked to the ground from the rush of hot air. That one's small, so you should okay. And therefore, it doesn't really matter because none of you are small, so we won't worry about being knocked to the ground and blown off. So that's okay. Eventually, the tunnel opens to a large shaft rising hundreds of feet into the air. At the very top, sunlight is visible through a round hole. The roaring hot air pushed out and up from the side tunnel and from below has enough force behind it to lift dust, rocks, and even an encumbered body. You reckon? So basically, all you need to do, you think, to get out is be brave enough to step out onto the shaft, and you think you'll be yanked upwards, rocketing towards the sunlight and the surface of Mongo. Does anyone wish to go for it?
A parasail or anything
Oh,
like
Charles,
I'm
Charles
gonna do that.
jumps right into it.
Okay.
Charles doesn't even hesitate.
Okay, Professor Rena jumps out, and you see her just go flying up and get chucked out. No problem at all. Just an athletics check. You're okay if you fail, by the way. It's just.
I'm right behind him.
Basically, if you fail the athletics check, you'll take some damage when you land. That's all it's down to. And Charles is taking
As I
damage.
bounce off the walls, and yeah.
Yeah. So it's only the only way out. So everyone just gets to make an athletics check. So anyone brave finds the rocketing up. Once you're ejected from the cinder cone, you start flailing around, and this is where your athletics check come in to land safely on a soft sandy hillside after falling. So basically, if you make it, it's all good. So if you made your athletics check, it's 8 points of damage.
Since I rolled so well, can I help somebody else with my raise? Namely Charles. I guess he went before me, but anybody coming after, I'll try and help him.
And then Charles. Yeah, Charles lands very badly. He lands on the only sharp rock in the entire sandy hillside. I'm not going to worry about you being shaken because obviously it goes away within 6 seconds. Charles lands with a loud crunch. And at the very last second,
I'm just
basically with Azul's
I'm just cartwheeling.
Yeah. I'm going to say Azul saves Charles from taking the
I'm
damage.
not worried about. I'm not worried about it because with my shrug it off, I make a vigor roll, and success converts the wound into bumps and bruises, fatigue.
Oh, that's nice.
Taylor Swift expansion of Suede. That feat.
Shrug it off? That seems. Wow.
Shrug it
At
off.
the end
not
of
shake it,
combat,
shut
which
up,
you
shut
suffered 1 on 1 wounds, you make a vigor roll. Success means you converts 1 wound to a level of fatigue from bumps and bruises. A raise. Okay, yes, you don't even have to say, but you do. The damage does apply before you make the roll, doesn't it? So yeah, I see how that works. That's cool.
Sure. So that five is a 4, so
Four.
it's only bumps and bruises. Yeah, I did
That's
land
clever.
on a sharp rocks, but all it did was a bruise. It didn't actually break the skin.
Seems reasonable. Okay.
So how does that work?
It's a good hedge.
And where did it come
I just
from?
cartwheel by him.
It's a combat. It's a combat edge. There you go. You need to have iron jaw.
Is it Flash Gordon or just General Suede?
Is the honest answer?
I'm not sure where I grabbed
Sounds
it
like
from.
Suede.
I think I grabbed it from Suede. Yeah.
It's a Savage World of Flash Gordon Edge.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
But anyway, they're there, so you can all look for them. Don't you worry about that. So, with everyone exited Volcano, the journey to the center of the Mongo is at an end. A radio message transmitted on a secure frequency alerts a Freeman patrol, and you are rescued. Back in Freemen hands, you basically inform Dr. Zarkov and the leaders of your discoveries in the subworld, and obviously with your basically a good relationship is established with the mole men, and future mining operations are possible that will help support the war effort against Ming the Merciless. Professor Kramus agrees to join the Freemen cause, returning to Mingo City with some fanfare, an exciting story to be shared, though one devoid of any mention of rebels, mole men, or expansive subterranean mines. So you do all get to add as a contact, Professor. You all get to add Professor Rena Kramis, Mingo City, as a contact. Could be useful in the future. Find yourself on a mission in Mingo City. So I'll let you all add it because you don't know who's around necessarily on that day, as it were. Technically, you can also add King Talpi of Wandu if you want, but you'd have to be down there again to be able to use him as a contact. But technically, he is a contact, and if you ever find yourself deep below the surface again near Wandu, you can use him if you wish. Okay. Fortunately, none of the soldiers escaped, so all that remains is to just do that.
Nice.
Yay! Thank you.
You're most welcome. And thus ends the journey to the center of Mongo adventure. Hope you enjoyed that one.
Very good.
We shall
Yes.
we shall leave it there.
So
But,
So we're still novices, right?
you should be.
No.
That should be. That should be your third advance. Sorry, that should be your third advance.
Yeah, our last novice. Yes.
Your last novice
Now I can
advance.
sweep, and you haven't got to worry about me hitting you anymore. So there's no need to run away now. Okay.
You take improved sweep, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So the next advance will be your first seasoned advance. So I can leave Fantasy Grounds up if people want to plan their advances. If there's any questions or anything else you want to do, now's a good time. But I think it's a very sensible place to leave it because I really haven't got anything planned for next adventure yet. I mean, I've got them all written. I just need to work out where you're headed next or what's going to happen. And I can get some more adventure cards made before then. So I think we'll leave it there today. But I'll leave Fantasy Grounds up if anyone wants to keep it running. It's finishing a bit earlier, but that's the way of things. It's the end of that adventure. So next time we'll start a whole new storyline as your advanced season begins, and maybe you begin to work deeper to overthrow the shackles of Ming the Merciless and free Mongo. But thanks very much, guys. If you're playing with me on Tuesday, I'll see you Tuesday. If not, I think our next game is going to be the 13th of April, isn't it? Yeah. So I'll see you on the 13th, guys. Take care. Bye now.
We fly through fire and flame. A hero rises, they'll know his name. Flash Gordon. The skies are dark, the planets quake. A tyrant rules and worlds will break. From Earth he came with courage bright, a mortal man who dares the fight. With Dale's love burning in his heart, and Zarko's mind to play his part. They face the shadow, the iron fist, the galaxy's hope will not be missed. Flash, oh savior of the universe, with every blow you break the curse. Ming's dark rain will fall tonight. Flash Gordon, shining light. The armies march, the drums of war. Ming's forces strike from Mongo's core. But hawkmen rise and rocketmen soar, a cosmic rebellion to even the score. Revolting roars dive into the fray, while flash cuts through a hero's way. No chains can bind, no fear can reign. The Prince of Freedom won't die in vain. Flash, oh savior of the universe, with every blow you break the curse. Ming's dark reign will fall tonight. Flash Gordon, shining light. On the edge of the throne, Flash stands alone, with Dale behind and Zarko's tone. Strike now, my boy, the moment is here. The people's hope will conquer fear, fear. The sword is raised, the bolt takes flight. Ming is struck, fading tonight. The cosmos cheers, the stars ignite. A hero crowned by the eternal light. Flash, oh savior of the universe,